During the first quarter of building construction, students start the quarter by doing a project called site layout. This project involves locating and setting up a building using the builder's level, squaring up the building using several different methods, and also using all of the tools associated with that particular layout. The projects completed in the lab consist of 5 block projects and 6 brick projects. Theory and the instructions for these projects are given in the classroom, and then a demonstration is made in the lab. Students are required to complete all of the projects by the end of the first quarter. The theory portion of the course is taught using the textbook Modern Masonry. With the book and handouts and other methods of teaching, the students learn all facets of masonry, such as concrete masonry units and laying them. Knowledge of different types of cement and admixtures to make concrete, in addition to brick and bricklaying, the different types of mortar and grout, anchor ties, and reinforcement round out the course of study. Also included in the course are different types of concrete form construction. As the course comes to completion, the students learn how to put all of the information taught to them into a construction detail. During the masonry quarter, students have taken field trips to the state capitol to see construction and how it was built. A concrete stamping demonstration is usually performed. Outside jobs consisting of concrete sidewalks, patios, driveways, brick and block projects give the student a real-life masonry experience. During second quarter, students are introduced to the care, safe use, and maintenance of hand tools, portable power tools, and stationary machines. They will gain an understanding of the basics of wood, engineered panels, engineered lumber, and hardware to make decisions about the usage and applications of building materials. They learn about the basics of residential floor, wall, ceiling, and roof framing, insulation and interior finish of drywall trim, and door hanging. During the residential blueprint reading course, students are introduced to a basic knowledge and understanding of residential print reading and building codes during the first half of the quarter. The second half of the quarter will be spent on house design. Using knowledge gained about kitchen, bathroom, and house design, students will design and draw a preliminary floor plan with door and window schedules following a list of specifications. This plan will be used during the third quarter as a basis for drafting and estimating. In the Construction Processes and Procedures lab, this course is taught in conjunction with the tools and materials. Several competencies for the construction industry are emphasized: accurate measuring and layout, interpreting working drawings, organizing procedures, evaluating the final product, production processes, problem solving, beginning framing processes, and safe operation of the majority of tools and machines used in the industry. With the number of required projects, students gain confidence in their building processes and procedures. The activities for the lab build upon what is taught in the theory class. They practice finishing drywall into a paint-ready condition, installing casing, base, and paneling, coping joints, hang a door, and trim it out with the installation of the lock set. They experience working with plastic laminate, a variety of hardware, joints, and what it takes to complete a customer-ready project. Residential estimating theory and lab are designed to give the student a basic understanding of estimating building materials for a residential house. Students spend the majority of their time using pencil, paper, and calculator to determine the quantities of materials for concrete, reinforcement, masonry, framing of floor, wall, ceiling, and roof covering, and exterior and interior finish. Knowledge about residential construction is gained by the student because they have to mentally build the house from plans, estimate what kind of materials and how much is needed, and the cost. Each plan is different, so interpreting the information, paying attention to detail, organization, problem solving, and accurately displaying the results makes for maintaining a profit for a future company. With the aid of estimating tables and building checklists, students are able to complete accurate takeoffs. During third quarter, students also complete a hand-drawn set of residential construction drawings. Students begin by drawing a floor plan, followed by the basement foundation plan. Each student is responsible to create their own door and window schedules for the project. The purpose of the drafting project is to help students organize and process information about their construction. Construction details are also drawn that help the student better understand the methods of construction and how materials are assembled on the job. Fourth quarter building construction students design and build a full set of kitchen cabinets. The project comes from the student or family member or someone from the cabinet waiting list. Students will work in groups of 3 to 6 per cabinet job and work together to study plans and specifications for the kitchen cabinet job before any construction begins. Once the drawings have been examined and the cut list is made, the students are taught how to use the equipment in the lab before they begin any sawing, cutting, and sizing of the wood materials for the cabinets. First, the face frame of the cabinet is built, and then students size and saw what is called the standards, or the sidewalls. The floor is then fabricated, attaching the face frame, but making sure everything is flush, square, and sized. Once the cabinet is assembled, the toe kick is attached to the bottom of the cabinet. Drawer sizing is the next step, being custom made to fit the drawer glide chosen. Use of the dado, plow, and rabbet joints help to adequately assemble the drawer. Before any of the cabinet doors are constructed, a graded door exercise made of pine having a cathedral arch must be completed. During the fourth quarter, students will work with a roof mock-up built in the lab. This exposes the students to some of the theory about roof framing and their complexity to build. Fifth quarter is devoted to the construction of a house. Students spend 30 hours per week throughout the quarter working on the project from the ground up. At the end of the quarter, the house is auctioned off and moved to its permanent location by the new home buyer. Students begin the construction process by building a floor system using I-joist and 3/4 inch tongue and groove OSB, or oriented strand board. The walls are then laid out, constructed, and set into place. OSB sheathing is applied to the exterior of the stud walls and covered by a house wrap. Construction of the roof system is the next step and is stick framed, so students learn how to lay out, cut, and install rafters. The roof area is then sheathed and shingled. Upon completion of the roof, windows and exterior doors are set and the aluminum soffits are installed, followed by the installation of the siding. During the time that building construction students are constructing the house, students from the electrical program and the plumbing and heating program are installing the wiring, piping, and ductwork, rough ends, in preparation for the drywall hanging. The drywall is installed and finished by a professional subcontractor. During the drywalling process, building construction students construct all of the interior cabinets that will go into the new home. When the drywall process is completed, students begin to install interior doors, kitchen and bathroom cabinets, and countertops. Students complete the door casing, window casing, and baseboard throughout the home, followed by handrails, fireplace surrounds, and other finishing touches that are required in preparation for the sale of the house. The construction knowledge students gain through the house building process is an invaluable experience in preparing for a career in the construction field. Students entering sixth quarter building construction will be challenged to design and create a set of light commercial construction drawings. The project created by each student will require a field visitation to several job sites to collect data and information useful in designing their project. Once designed, each student uses SoftPlan, a CAD-related software, to create their individual drawings. After introductory instruction on SoftPlan, students will research and create window and door schedules for their project. Students first sketch and then draw the final door and frame elevation drawings. These elevations are identified and labeled, then cross-referenced in the printed schedules. Work begins on the final floor plan that includes dimensioning, symbols, and labels. This plan is then converted to a foundation plan with a few clicks of the mouse. Other drawings that students complete include construction details and exterior elevations. To accompany their projects, students are exposed to the fundamentals of structural steel. In addition to steel making processes and technology in steel making, students study various steel shapes and steel joist sizing. Estimating is an integral part of the total construction process, and students use the RS Means Construction Cost Data Book to assist them in this process. They concentrate on identifying the materials, researching the units of pricing, and calculating the individual quantities of those materials. The entire estimating process is a communication device, and students learn the value of precise documentation of each and every step along the process. Students also spend time in sixth quarter researching and working to find employment in their specific areas of interest. With assistance from the Career Placement Office, students are offered a high degree of employment success.